first of all, if you want to take personal aim, I can take you on a rabbit hole that you will never get out of.
Sure. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I have been patient and respecting you. You know why? Because you're just an arrogant student with no knowledge, with no life experience, advocating on a very dangerous cause, being a useful idiot in the hands of terrorists, creating trouble, putting encampment, breaking the law, advocating on behalf of a terrorist organization designated by the American law as a terrorist organization, makes you a terrorist. So if you want to talk about personal things, you challenge me for doing a legitimate work for a democracy to save human lives, and you want to reduce my effort to say that I got paid 10 years fighting and chasing after terrorists who blow up, killed Americans, Israelis, Arabs, Muslims, all type of people indiscriminately. Do you think you can sit here and judge me?
Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So we are nearing the anniversary of the October 7th horrific attack. And here in Australia, at least, there are quite a few planned protests. Some of them, they're not lawful to go ahead. Some of them happen to be lawful in Sydney, especially. They've been given a permit to be able to peacefully protest. And I think it is rather disgusting and despicable behavior. Look, I'm all for protesting, but of all the days you want to protest, you want to do it on the anniversary of when 1,400 Israelis were actually killed. And there's still hostages over in, like, being held by Hamas at the moment, over in Gaza or wherever the hell they actually are at the moment. And still several other hostages are being killed. Like, it's just poor taste. And still they're going to do it. And last weekend we had protests as well after Hassan Nasrallah was by Israel, who happened to be one of the leaders of Hezbollah, a organization. And you know what is rather frustrating to me is that the Australian government does nothing to stop this. Yet they go after individuals that do absolutely nothing wrong. They won't go after the ones that are sympathizing with the T-word organizations. They won't go after them. No, let's forget about that. You know why? Because they're afraid. You know why else? They've got an election coming up. You know why else? They don't want to be seen as being the bad people during an election season. Miss the John Howard days, man. Things actually made sense. Miss when John Anderson was in a position of power too. Like, real men of actual God-fearing conviction that can lead a country through times such as this. Like Andrew Scipione, the former New South Wales Police Commissioner. So I think the protests that are going on with the current leader of Melbourne and same with New South Wales, allowing this to actually take place on the anniversary is despicable and it's disgusting. Like, they should go, you know what? We're not going to allow protests on this particular day because of its significance. It's just seen as being really disgusting and horrible behavior by people that don't give a crap about Israel. And you know what you can see it as? You can see it as real anti-Semitism if you want to go that far. Because if it wasn't, then why in the world are they protesting free Palestine and Israel must be or whatever else? Like, they must be gone. Like, to me, that is ridiculous. And I'm not saying at all that Israel is completely innocent in all this at all. No way. But nevertheless, I don't think that it's good or right or acceptable to have all these sympathizers marching in the streets on the anniversary of October 7th, when 1,400 Israelis were murdered and others were taken hostage. Like, read the room, people. They don't care. Why would they? Now, I saw this video from the son of Hamas co-founder, Mossab Hassan Yousef, who I happen to be listening to quite a few things he said. He makes a great deal of sense. Some of the things that he said I question, but a lot of the stuff that he says I happen to agree with and like, mainly based on his own experience. Now, you have a lot of these individuals that are supportive of Palestine that have no idea why they're actually supporting Palestine. And if they were to actually go over there, like, you know, the queers of Palestine and that old nonsense, like if they were to actually go over there, they wouldn't be allowed to say the things they're saying in the streets, on Sydney and Melbourne, in the cities. Like, to me, it's rather absurd, if you ask me. Like, you've got all these individuals that are allowed to say this sort of stuff, but they don't get it. And Mossab's like, you know what? If you had the experience that I had, you wouldn't be saying the things you're saying. You're not educated. You're weak-minded, and you need to get educated the right way. And nothing is better than actual experience to educate people. So here is this video clip of Mossab silencing a pro-Palestinian student trying to debate Mossab about why Palestine should be free and deserves to be free, and why Israel. So one of the things that you guys need to know about Mossab is he is an ex-Palestinian militant who defected to Israel in 1997, thereafter working on an Israeli, or as an Israeli spy in Shin Bet, until he moved to the United States in 2007. His father is Sheikh Hassan Yousef, a co-founder of Hamas, and Mossab has written several books, one of which is Son of Hamas. You can definitely go and check that out if you want. But this guy has obviously been through hell and back. Like, I don't think it would be easy growing up in that sort of environment and seeing the kind of things that Mossab has actually seen. And you have these arrogant, ignorant dingbats like this young student that has been indoctrinated for, I don't know how long of his life, of actual lies and propaganda, more than likely given by pro-Palestinians. And he has no idea what he's talking about. And Mossab, who's actually lived through all this and knows exactly what Hamas is like, knows exactly what the people in Gaza and their pro-Palestinian counterparts, the ones that actually support Hamas, he knows that it's an extremist regime. He knows that they're dangerous. He knows that their charter is set out to kill every single Israeli alive. That is their founding charter, man. Like, they hate Israel. And you know what's amazing to me? You look at where Israel is situated, right? And you look at who surrounds it. You have Hezbollah, Iran, Hamas, and all the other groups surrounding Israel. And the amount of attacks that Israel has withstood over the years is outstanding. And it's still standing today. And it's like, you know what? Antagonizing us for so long. You guys are dangerous. I don't want T-word organization people existing. I don't want them to have nuclear capabilities. I don't want them anywhere near us, because you know why? In a democratic society, do not like democracy. In their eyes, you are an infidel. In their eyes, they want you gone. They want Sharia law. They want you to bow down to them. They will make sure that you do not exist anymore. They will make sure democracy doesn't exist anymore. They hate the West. They hate everything about the West. They hate America. They've said it many, many times. So why is it that you've got ignorant, arrogant sons of you know what, like this guy, and Mossab said it, you are a actual terrorist. If that's what you want to go about advocating for, being pro-Palestinian, pro-Hamas, and all that sort of stuff, you are in fact a terrorist. Why in the world are you actually living in a free democratic society? If you are a terrorist, you shouldn't be there, man. You should go over and join the cause. Get out. Go for it. Go join Iran. Go join Hezbollah. Go join Hamas. If you're that adamant that you are right, go join them. Mossab said it best. How dare you criticize and judge Mossab, who is trying to save not just Israeli people, but Arabs, Muslims, ones that are peaceful, ones that hate terror, ones that actually want to live a good life. It's indiscriminate. But the ones that hate, the ones that want you gone, those are the ones you don't want. And to finish this off, I will say this. Australia needs to pull its head in. Because if we're not careful, if you import the third world, guess what happens? You end up becoming the third world. It's all good and well to go, you know what, we need to have immigrants coming into this country. It's all good and well to say that. But in actual practice, in actual reality, why in the world isn't Poland? Why in the world aren't all these other countries allowing so many immigrants into their country? Because they know what these people bring. They don't want to take any chances. So why are we? Thank you all so much for watching. You guys take care. You be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.